The term GOAT, Rudy, greatest of all times, and I'm going to put an emphasis on the word greatest, not goodest, not highest. What did the young folks say? They used to say the six, sevenest.
Yeah, no.
It's not none of that.
No.
We're talking about the greatest. I think a lot of times that term gets overused because we don't think about greatness.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so. I mean, honestly, it's something fun to play with,
Yeah.
but it's all down to personal opinion. Now, that's where people get lost in their emotion and their energy towards the debate. Because the debate is just that. It's your opinion, and people have goats. I'm a goat because I'm a little afraid because today's a little different. I think today's debate is going to be a little heated because, normally we get to the same place or at least understand. But this is going to be something where you stand on your side and I'll stand on my side because we just totally don't agree on some of these debates that we're going to have about the GOAT. Everybody who's in the GOAT debate has the chance to lose that debate, to lose that crown, to lose that title. Her, there's no one. Michael Jordan is in one of the most heated debate conversations ever about the GOAT status. Hey, what's up? Welcome to The Power and the Punchline. This is where the power gets honest and the punchline actually means something. We talk leadership, culture, influence, and real life. No fluff, no filters. I'm Rudy Rush. Let's get powerful.
Rudy,
What's up, man?
we made it to episode 5, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Episode 5.
5. Welcome to
Yes.
the Power and the Punchline, episode 5. We made it,
Yeah.
and we're ranking now too.
Are we really?
Yeah, that means y'all like us,
Come on.
and we appreciate you more than you know.
That's what's up.
Big conversation, episode 5.
Yeah.
Special conversation.
Yeah.
The term GOAT, Rudy, greatest of all times, and I'm going to put an emphasis on the word greatest, not goodest, not highest. What did the young folks say? They used to say the six, sevenest.
Yeah, no.
It's not none of that.
No.
We're talking about the greatest. I think a lot of times that term gets overused because we don't think about greats.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so. I mean, honestly, it's something fun to play with,
Yeah.
but it's all down to personal opinion. Now, that's where people get lost in their emotion and their energy towards the debate. Because the debate is just that. It's your opinion, and people have goats. I'm a goat because
Why are you a goat?
because I consider myself that. And that's the beauty of goats. Like, you can consider yourself a goat, and then one person needs to call you that. And I'm gonna go back a few episodes when you called me that, and I become a goat.
I called you a goat.
You did.
Hey, we gonna delete that.
You did, bro. And I ain't even flinch. I was like, yeah, true that.
No, he is my goat because we're gonna debate, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. Actually, as
that's
brothers,
Yeah.
we can talk about it. You talk through emotionally, sometimes irrationally.
I do.
I'm all about the facts, though. So we can argue, we can debate. I'm gonna pull up numbers.
You don't know, I'm a little afraid because today's a little different. I think today's debate is going to be a little heated because, normally we get to the same place or at least understand. But this is going to be something where you stand on your side and I'll stand on my side because we just totally don't agree on some of these debates that we're going to have about the GOAT.
Well, I'm usually right though.
You are till you're wrong.
So we're family, right?
Yeah.
And we do debate.
Yeah.
We have fun a lot. We like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
we like to argue in a good way, healthy arguments.
Not totally.
But I learn from you, the great educator that you are.
That part.
Because, I'll come with stats. I'll be silly a lot of times, and then you just come with wisdom. So
Yeah.
sometimes you got to shut up.
Yeah, you're like Stato. You got all the stats. But you have some interesting stats. Your stats are really staggering. Honestly,
Stats are the truth.
they are. But you know what? Some people don't have an idea that those stats exist. That, they don't, your stats are not the run-of-the-mill stats. You get your stats somewhere from somebody on a corner in the envelope.
Hey, so you never took any information bookie.
No,
Just me.
just you.
All right, well, chat GP poopy. No, I'm just joking. Before we start though, or as we get into it, let's just talk about the term GOAT.
Yeah.
Where it became popular.
Oh, man.
Song in the late 90s, early 2000s, album actually,
Mhm.
by New York Song.
Yeah.
Queensbridge.
Queensbridge, Queens finest, Queens get the money. Not to be confused with Harlem, by the way, but yeah, Queens Cat definitely made the acronym a popular thing that people still, to this day, and we are right now debating.
And the album was called The Greatest of All Times.
It was.
GOAT. Cool J. Shout out to L.
What up, guys?
Shout out to my team over at Fubu as well, who I think the GOAT when we talk about culture starters.
Really?
Who else? Go.
Hawk and I was kind of dope, but you know what? Hawk and I was important, but Fubu definitely laid the groundwork and continue to have
greatest.
Yes, okay.
No plural. The greatest of all time.
Rockaway,
The greatest.
Dipset clothing.
All right, so let's go to the closet then. You got Aqua in the closet?
Nah,
But I bet you got
you better not.
But I bet you got Fubu.
Yeah, I do have some food.
Then the debate is that's what I'm talking about.
All right, shout out to Fubu.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So the GOAT.
All right.
You know, I look at it like this. I think we don't set bars high enough. No rap pun intended.
Yeah.
I don't think we set bars high enough. I think we all know what average looks like. And I'm not saying that anything that we call GOAT is average, but sometimes really, really good. And one-hit wonders, whether that's sports, whether that's leadership, whether that's music, whatever. Sometimes we can have a phenomenon and we call that the greatest. And I think for me, great means you set a standard, you raise the bar, and you have longevity and consistency.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, let me tell you something. There's one GOAT that comes to mind. And out of all the GOAT debates, this is a clear cut, no competition. I don't think this person has had any challenges. And that person is Serena Williams. Like in her field, she has dominated for years, been at the top of her game. And I mean, she just checks all the boxes that you just named. And really, there has been not one person to rival her in her field, even in women's sports. And she actually enters some of the GOAT debate when it comes to the men as well. She's considered one of the greatest athletes of all time. So her is a no-brainer. But everybody else is open for discussion to me.
So,
no, I think everybody who's in the GOAT debate has the chance to lose that debate, to lose that crown, to lose that title. Her, there's no way.
I agree. I also think, again, it doesn't matter if it's sports, if it's music, if it's business, if it's culture. I think there are a few things too. Did you truly dominate your era, right? Did you dominate your era? Not have a good run, dominate. Because again, you can't be the greatest one if you didn't dominate your era.
Now, do you have to dominate the entire time? Because today we're going to talk about some people who actually dominated the whole entire time. And they're not even in the GOAT discussion. I'm going to tell you that right now. So we got some people with some big names that we're going to hear right now that dominated at a point, but didn't dominate the entire time that they have been in that particular field. So let's keep that in mind as we go forward.
I like that. So then let's go to this part too. So you dominate an era. I then also think you need to have a big gravity moment. Like you need to have that moment that everybody can point to in your greatness.
So now that's going to be a distinction that makes it a little bit easier to kind of judge or give somebody some extra points. Now, all of the people we talk about have moments like that, but some people have just like unworldly moments that really separate them. And if you're using that as the criteria, then they may, in fact, be the GOAT.
Dominate your era, have that big gravity moment. And some of these GOATs might have had a couple, right? Like some folks, some teams, some people have had moments.
Well, I mean,
it's just like, wow.
I think like Bobby Brown left New Edition and nobody else could survive that but him. That's a GOAT move, but is he the GOAT? When people say it's R. Kelly, they use all different types of people to describe like the king, the greatest of all time in R&B. I don't know if it's Bobby Brown. Whitney Houston said it was, and people laughed at her. But sometimes you got to think, New Edition was one of the best groups of all time, still to this day. And Bobby was like, I'm going off on my own, and he made his way. He made it bigger than New Edition. Is he the GOAT?
So I think we need to have a chat with all the New Editions. Shout out one of the best to ever do it.
I hated to look that up, but that was a bit.
Did Bobby leave?
Bobby was thrown out. And
okay,
wait, that makes it worse. That makes it worse that you had to go and scratch and survive. And I think he kind of left. It was almost a mutual thing because he wasn't happy and they weren't happy, so they parted ways. Either way, he came back and became more popular than the group. He was actually headlining tours with them going on before him, or sometimes vice versa. He would go longer. It doesn't matter. It's one of the greatest exits other than Michael Jackson, who really, by the way, didn't leave the Jacksons. Still touring with them.
Right.
People sleep on it. He went solo. He had a solo album. Going solo is like, I see y'all later, that Jermaine Jackson book. Jermaine went solo.
Jermaine's hair.
That's the what?
Jermaine's hair went solo.
Nah.
But no, you're right. Mike was getting checked, bro.
Yo, people don't understand that.
Mike
I saw it.
checked.
I was like today years old almost when I found out. I looked at it. I said, he never left his family. They was still going on tours. Yeah, big shout out to Mike.
Yeah. And then I think the last part for me when we talk about greatest is, did you have cultural impact? Like, people that never saw you, do they know your name?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot be in the GOAT debate today with us and not have that criteria. It's a part of it, so I'm not saying scratch it, but everybody we talk about today is going to have some kind of cultural impact on whatever, sport, music, whatever we talk about, they're going to have that.
Because
Gotta have that.
To me, if like my kids didn't see Jordan, my kids didn't see Ali, but everybody know their names.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So I just brought up MJ. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and start with the
Let's go straight here because that's
like let's not pull it back.
Yeah, this
Let's
goes
not
for the
pull it
most
back.
popular. Let's start at the top, get it out the way. Michael Jordan.
We gotta get it out the way.
Well, not get it out the way, but
Like,
we're gonna be on it, and then we can trickle from there. Michael Jordan is in one of the most heated debate conversations ever about the GOAT status.
Yep.
He is called the GOAT, the greatest of all time in basketball and maybe even sports history. But we're gonna stick to basketball right now because he does have some competition in that category.
How do you find competition?
Well, when people actually have
because
heated debates, one gentleman was just killed over a debate between the man LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So people are getting to the point where it's so heated where someone's life is taken. You really got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and so I think it's fair to do this when we talk about GOATs, because we are having debates, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the people that we say aren't it if we debate. That doesn't mean that they're trash, that they're wrong.
Oh no,
that also means that they are great.
Yeah,
we got to get that. There can only be one greatest because it's not the greatest plural of all time, right?
Yeah.
And so I want that to be very, very, very clear up front. When I go with facts tonight, and I'm going to win and I'm going to be right whenever we debate, like some things we're going to agree on and we'll be good. But it doesn't mean that whoever Rudy says is just not good. I mean, they might not be the greatest, like my person or people will be. But hey, so MJ, LeBron, why are we leaving out Kobe?
Well, I'm gonna be honest about Cole, and rest in peace, Kobe. He was a great player, but before his untimely demise, he wasn't even brought up in the GOAT debate. He was not even in the top 10 in the league. And you know how we are. Much like Tupac, when someone passes, they are thrusted into this category. Yeah, and so I'm not taking anything away from Kobe, but Kobe is not and was never considered the GOAT till after he passed. So I'm going to keep him out of the GOAT debate. We can talk about it.
You are.
Yeah, I am. But you can bring him in and you can give your points and all your little anecdotal things to make him seem like a facts, if that's what you want to call it.
Facts.
Be careful with the facts, because there's some facts on a few guys that we're about to talk about that kind of outshine Cole. So just go ahead with it. Be careful.
I just said, are we not going to bring Kobe in the car? I think
we can talk about Kobe respectfully. If we're going to bring him on, I'm going to bring some other names too.
Right, because I know, because we're family, right? Like we have real conversations, real cool conversations. I know for not just you, but a lot of people. I would even say for Michael Jordan, Dr. J was their GOAT at that time. Because you talk about era domination, you talk about cultural impacts, you talk about longevity, ABA and NBA titles. So I think it's fair to bring in a Dr. J, a Kobe, a LeBron, an MJ, a Magic, and a Bill Russell.
Oh my gosh. So now I'm with you 100,000% on the Dr. J point, which people out there need to understand this. Do you know Dr. J is not in the top 10 of all time scoring in the NBA? But if you use his ABA stats, he like number 4. He got over 30,000 points. Won 4 championships instead of the one that he won.
I'm a stat guy. I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, so yeah, you're absolutely right, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, but he's never brought up. And the thing that you're going to be very surprised about, we could debate it first, but maybe I need to throw this other name in there. The person who I think is actually not Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, not Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, or Bill Russell. Any of the names you name, there is one true GOAT, and you're never mentioning this man's name. And that is one Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Fair.
No, that is
fair.
That is the GOAT. And when you bring out stats, he dwarfs everyone, including LeBron, who has the scoring record. Let's talk about it. See, people don't want to talk until it's time to talk. You see, your boy got quiet.
No. Your boys handle it.
Now, listen.
Don't confuse quiet with I'm about to get in that.
Look, but check out these pictures of the reason why I know. See that's me in high school right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give you another.
Wait.
That's me as well. No, that's me, bro. Up in the air.
Which one?
The one in the air and the one looking down.
The one on the bench. Oh, yeah, air.
I did it flat out. But which means I'm certified. I'm actually able to talk about this subject, and there's people out there who will back me up. So let's talk about it. Who is your GOAT? Let's talk about that, because you gave a list, but
I just felt like those are people that could and should be in a conversation based on the criteria, right? On the criteria. Now I'm gonna choose by one.
That's what we asked for. Stop being that. Stop being. Oh my God.
There was
serious, man.
Sometimes I dream.
Yeah.
That he is me.
Really? I'm about to cry for you right now, man.
I dream I move. You know Mike can groove too. Like Mike. Man, if I could be like Mike. I mean, you got on a pair of Nikes right now.
And what's that mean?
Nobody. Did you run a track?
I did, actually. No.
Nike was a track shoe. We all see it there. So here we go. Here's what I'm saying. LeBron has longevity. Kareem has longevity. Kobe had obsession. Dr. J changed the game. Mike moved the culture.
No,
Mike's Mike.
I totally believe that. You know,
he did this. Mike today makes more money off of his name, image, and likeness than T1.
You know why that is, right?
Because he's the GOAT. No, like
his mama's the GOAT for negotiating this deal. She should have negotiated everybody else's. Now, listen, if Mike didn't get the deal that he got, who's to say? Because Dr. J, honestly, had the most popular shoe at the time, but they didn't have one. They didn't have like the engine of the 80s. 80s was one of the biggest.
The most popular shoe was a brand, Converse. As like brand.
I'm going to tell you, the 80s, pre-viral, everything was going viral in a different way in the 80s. The 80s was the best time. You had the best movies, the best food, the best inventions, everything. The 80s was a blast. The 80s was a time. And Michael Jordan ruled that particular time when he first got to the league in 86. But the GOAT, as great as he was, as entertaining as he was, he never even won until the 90s. So that right there kind of defeats the GOAT status.
That's just 4 years on the title. This is about 5 years on the title.
This goes 6. Yeah, it took half those years to finally, halfway through his career, he won a title. And so what I'm trying to say is Kareem was winning titles in Milwaukee, and he was also winning titles in LA. He's got one less title than Jordan. Actually, I believe he might have the same amount. And he's got as many. He actually has the same amount. He's got the same amount as Jordan. 6 titles. He's got 5 MVPs. But the problem is he actually won 3 or 4 college championships, a high school championship, and just won college championship.
Freshman year, he hit the shot, Georgetown.
Jordan. But Kareem has multiple college championships. Yes. Yeah. And also high school championships and the scoring records and other things of that nature. He just didn't have the demeanor. Plus, in society, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all acting as if he wasn't crucified because of
you're saying Lou Alcindor
would be the greatest of all time? No, because the voters wouldn't have given it to him because he's prickly. He's one of those people who doesn't kowtow to, and not that Jordan did, but Jordan was a really friendly guy, and Jordan was a whole American pie kind of kid. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the low country, humble beginnings, both parents, North Carolina Tar Heel, like Jordan had this smile that was winning people over. He was gracious. He wasn't the friendliest guy, but he wasn't being by far. You never knew what you were going to get with Kareem. And the fact that he turned into Islam, it was the whole, and especially at the time that he did it, was the most pivotal time in America to do that.
Not discounting that.
Yeah, so a lot of people, they're going to change the narrative. They're going to change the stories to kind of dictate. I love Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is great. It's the reason why, I went out there and emulated him and played on the court. He's one of the fantastic players that we've ever seen, and he very well could be the best. But honestly,
because here's the deal. What you saying, you can keep breathing hard. It's okay.
Why you paying attention to my breathing?
Because that's what
Apple Health now, you Apple Watch.
That's what I do. If you were to say, because Sports Illustrated did it in the late 90s.
Yeah.
The greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
Athlete. Forget sport.
Athlete.
Who's number one? Okay. So if we have to bingo the basketball at that time, if you're going Kareem and MJ,
Who you going? Who you picking?
I'm going MJ. That is my go. And we're not even talking about LeBron, who I think is an amazing player.
LeBron is one of my goals. I actually have LeBron slightly ahead of Jordan. And the reason being is that LeBron was the only player in history, and maybe even Shaquille O'Neal wasn't highly as touted as LeBron when he came out in the #1 draft pick himself. He wasn't poised to win a title and actually take his team to the championship. Although he went to the finals and lost to the Houston Rockets, LeBron was actually touted the king, the chosen one, and he didn't disappoint. No one has come into the NBA with more fanfare, more pressure, more expectation than LeBron James, and he's proven that he is one of the top players of all time, if not the player of all time. All around.
One up, I got you, but the GOAT is 10 scoring times. Check.
Don't pass.
Somebody has to put the ball in the hoop, sir.
Let me tell you,
The objective of basketball is to score more points than the other person. That's the objective. Defensive player of the year as a guard.
you know that's a fantasy stat, right? Defensive player of the year is something that they pick and they choose. You see Rudy Gobert just won defensive player of the year, and the brother was put on the bench in the finals or in the playoffs because they couldn't utilize him because he wasn't. So defensive player of the year.
So let's take vanity stats out of it.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Argue me and debate me this.
Yes.
This is my walk-off moment so we can change topics. So you can. That's
Okay, go ahead.
would you not agree?
Yeah. No.
That Mr. Jordan, MJ, you know, I'm a Tar Heel too, so you know how it goes.
Oh, man, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, that's a big part. Change the game to a global brand. Don't me because that is cultural impact. Like that is cultural.
Did he do it?
Yes, he did.
Or yes, or did the U.S. Dream Team
And
do it?
who did they need to make sure they solidified for the Dream Team?
Let me ask you this question, and in all honesty, really, in all
I've
honesty,
been honest this whole second.
if they formulated a dream team and by chance Michael Jordan said no, thank you.
Yeah, they still would have won.
No. They not only would have still won, it would have still pushed the parameters of basketball. Maybe not as high as it went because Michael Jordan's presence. I'm not gonna discount it. It helped tremendously. But basketball was well on its way with that dream team. If Mike wasn't on it, actually, he would only be doing himself a disservice. He would be less talked about as the GOAT had he not done it. But he did it.
Absolutely not.
If Michael Jordan would have passed on, do you think he would still be revered as highly as he is?
Absolutely.
It's absolutely false.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You forget what
Who was on the Dream Team too?
I have zero idea.
Amen. Next
But
topic.
no, they were gonna.
The GOAT is over. It is MJ. It is MJ. Because I'm giving you facts and facts. Okay. Cultural icon.
Hey, I'm with you. I don't want a problem, Mike. I love you. So I think you are definitely GOAT-ish. Like you're there.
No. There is no GOAT-ish.
He's not the GOAT, man. But go ahead. We can keep it moving.
He is the GOAT.
All right.
But it doesn't mean that the other people are trash, or not good, or not great. Like I love LeBron James. But like in this day and age that we're in today's, with every single person in the world is a journalist, every single person in the world is their own media company, there is nothing negative you can say about LeBron James.
I just saw something. Hold on. I'm sorry, folks. I had to do it. So I saw your list of the top 5 GOAT people. This is in order for this guy. And this will explain everything about our good friend, Mr. Nick Hunt.
At one.
At number 1, you have Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
At number 2 on your GOAT list is Vince Carter.
Yeah, let me trade.
Kenny Smith.
You were trying to
Number 4 is Sam Perkins. Number 5 is Rasheed Wallace. All about North Carolina. He went to North Carolina and he's a Tar Heel. So, of course, this is a debate that you can't have.
You want me to say Grant Hill?
No, Grant Hill is far from that. But Grant Hill should have won that Rookie of the Year by itself. Let's just go to that.
No, Grant Hill is great. He would have been in the conversation.
I wish you a whole topic on this, but a whole show.
Yeah.
We got to move along. Who else do we got in the GOAT world? Wait, let's do this. Let's do this. And I know I'm gonna throw a curveball your way. Who is the GOAT as far as boxing? Because the self-proclaimed GOAT, the greatest of all time, I am the greatest. Muhammad Ali, is that your GOAT? Oh, I knew that was going to get you because everybody watching knows that the GOAT requires you to have certain things like statistics that say you never lost. And no, it doesn't mean that you can't lose.
No.
It doesn't mean that you can't lose, but
No.
at the same time, multiple losses and different things required to be the GOAT. Is he the GOAT to you? Because if it was that easy, you would have just answered yes. But everyone around the world considers this man the GOAT. Not only the impact that he had on society, which really puts him in that pantheon, but really does his boxing career put him there?
So I go to my criteria. Did you dominate your era?
No.
Okay. Did you have big moments?
Some of the biggest.
Some of the biggest.
One
Did
of the
you have
biggest.
cultural impact?
That is without saying. It created the word or the term cultural impact because of him.
And so therefore, my go-to boxing has been and will forever be Michael Tyson. Iron Mike
That was
dominated his era.
No, that was wild.
Dominated his era. Cultural impact.
I don't know if it's
Big moments. Big, huge.
but you know what? But his biggest moment wasn't a win, and that's a problem.
Agree.
So that you have to take off the board. Now, the person I'm considering, their biggest moment was where everybody, including the people in his corner, thought that he could not win, and he won. In a place and a time where that man thought, no man or woman or child thought that he would beat George Floyd than he did in such dramatic fashion. Yo, you keep playing this Muhammad Ali if you watch it, bro. Yo, you that little brother that's trying to I'm looking at you all hard like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. With the man,
I don't lose.
but guys, no, but Muhammad Ali, you know what? That's something that we all agree upon. And I like Muhammad Ali being the greatest or being the GOAT because there's not a perfect resume there. There's cracks in the armor. So in order to be this GOAT, that means you have to be scarred. You have to have been through something, come through. You have maybe lost a time or two and you came back and won again. Like the GOAT means so many different things. And that's one of the things, and I hate to go back to basketball really quick, but LeBron James is ridiculed for only winning 4 titles, but he's been here 10 times. Michael Jordan can't say that. The man has 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and over 5,000. Nobody has stats like that. But we're going to move forward because LeBron is not I'm with Kareem. I'm just saying that. Muhammad Ali.
We all know Big Floyd Mayweather knocking anybody up. Right. By the way, who else do you like the most?
So boxing, you know what? I'm a big Bud Crawford fan now. You know, and he snuck up on me because I knew about him, but I really didn't know to what degree until he started these past few years going up against some of the top competition and winning. And, you know, and I met him a few times, real cool dude, but he's very technically sound. I like Roy Jones Jr., not as a GOAT, but he had the potential to be. If he hadn't started losing towards the end of his career, I think he would be highly considered. So there's a few guys that are out there who never lost that I never even knew lost, but I won't even consider them to go. There's only a few. Floyd Mayweather, I have him on the top 5.
Definitely top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely top 5.
That's a beautiful place to be.
Tyson, just because of impact. Like, I mean, there was so much good moments. He's 1A, Ali is 1B for sure. Roy Jones Jr. Like, you ever saw Roy?
Yeah.
And you can say prime Roy, you can say even late career, like not last few years, but late career Roy.
Yeah, you
got
who's the man?
Man, Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, I agree.
Y'all must have forgotten. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to another big topic. We're gonna go music. I would define it by era or genre because I got a feeling I don't want to step on your top 5. Although I don't know what you're talking about.
You got to step all in there when you talk about music because there's a few people.
So let's go here because I want to give people credit that don't get in some GOAT conversations out there.
Okay.
So if we go GOAT, female rap.
Wow, that's a good one. Now, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. People are going to disagree. You have the Queen Latifahs out there. MC Lighters are strong.
You know who my hero is?
Yes.
It's like the rap, tap, tap, tap. I make the next snapback.
Oh, yeah. Brad?
Yeah.
Brad's up here too. Brad is probably top 5 or right outside of it at 6.
No.
But I'm telling you right now, the number 1 rapper, female rapper of all time, in my opinion, is Lil' Kim. Little Kim has had some of the most raw bars and some of the most seductive songs or most memorable moments in female rap history. You want to rumble with the B, huh? Put a hex on your whole family. Money, power, respect. I Can Love You with Mary J. Blige. Been on your ninja Honda with Talisha and Rhonda. What?
And see, that's one of those things where when we say greatest, it doesn't mean that everybody else is back.
No,
Because there's an argument that can be made.
No.
And this is also why I love these topics. Because as long as you can argue, you can be right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that should be healthy and that should be fair.
Yeah. No, I do believe that too.
So you gotta look up.
Yeah, Little Kim is up there for me. Foxy Brown is close on the list. Nicki Minaj got to get some respect too. She's had some moments where she spits some bars. Queen Latifah's on the list. My goals. It's about 10 women that can really, switch positions at any given time. If you put,
because we also didn't talk about somebody when we talk about dominated an era.
Yeah.
Because hip hop evolves so quick and rap evolves so quick, right? Like styles change. There was an era where Missy Elliott was fire. You were not like Missy Elliott made dudes want to get up and dance.
You know what?
Missy Elliott made thugs from Harlem want to go.
I'm not
Missy Elliott made Harlem want to shake.
You got some killers out here. That's a difference. That is like all the time.
Right.
Oh, we didn't have that.
Right.
Nah. But no, Missy Elliott for me was very talented, has some of the greatest dance songs or, music to kind of get pumped up to. But I just never saw her as a rapper because she would sing so much on the songs and she came from a singing background. I just saw her as a singer who just got some hip hop beats and made them dope. So that's just kind of how I saw Missy Elliott. But she's on the list. You could put her on the list for sure. But you could also put someone like Lauryn Hill on the list because of her time with the Fugees. You know what I mean? And so, people gonna put Lauryn Hill on the top 10 GOATs of female rap. For sure.
All right, female singers.
Oh man, that's a tough one. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody who was bad to the bone and probably could sing circles around anybody.
Dolly Parton.
Exactly, Dolly Parton, Dolly Hill, and all this. What are you talking about, man? Crystal Gale, who else, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's do it, man. Since you went over to the other side, you know what I'm saying? You got the interracial thing. You just listen to that kind of music or something?
No, they come over to me.
Listen. No, my favorite, the top singer of all time, even though Dolly she could be on there in some other world, but she could. But honestly, GOAT for me, and I think a lot of people out there, and don't be surprised, not really, Whitney Houston, number one. And you got others that fall short and closer to each other, like Aretha, Gladys Knight. There's a few others, but who can sing and bring things home like Whitney? I don't think anyone has ever done. Quite Mariah's up there, but not quite like Whitney Houston. Not Whitney Houston at all. So, yeah, Whitney's my vote.
No conversations.
I'm telling you,
To agree. Because y'all don't even know the conversations we have when we're not in front of you.
Yes.
All right. So this one is important. The GOAT's cultural icon. And when I say culture right here, I'm talking about us. The GOAT. And I want everybody that's watching, if you're listening, I want you to think through this too. Who is the GOAT of the culture?
Of the culture right now?
Period.
That's tough, but I'm going to tell you, right now, one of the GOATs, or if you think about this time, then the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 years, I'm going to say Dave Chappelle. He covers all the bases, the funny, the comedy shows, the specials, the tour, the controversy, just the mystery of Dave Chappelle, because he's a bit of a mystery. Won the Mark Twain Award. Like, it's a lot that goes along with Chappelle that a lot of people, they gravitate towards, and he's liked by many people, not just black, not just white, even people who despise him, they bring something out of people that you haven't seen in the last 20 years, like I said. So, I think he is. I don't know who else. Donald Trump is a polarizing figure, but he's not well liked amongst most people. And, it's got a lot of controversy behind him. Dave, his controversy is what happened during that period where he supposedly went to Africa. You don't see a lot of things like that. He wasn't on Epstein Island. There wasn't nothing crazy else going on. So I would say Chappelle for sure.
I like that. I'm sitting here thinking of a Mount Rushmore of culture icons.
Listen,
And the Pop Dave Chappelle's face up there with where my head was going was, is it a Oprah? Is it a Nelson Mandela? Is it a Martin Luther King? Is it a Malcolm X? Is it a Michael Jordan? Dave Chappelle is in that conversation.
I'm gonna tell you this: the person that they face chiseled off and wouldn't have been nowhere near a debate to have against is Tiger Woods. If Tiger didn't go through the situation he went through and continue to win and dominate the field like he used to,
Would he be the greatest?
he would be not only the greatest, he would be the most cultural guy in the history of sport because he was well liked until that situation happened. And now he's just living in obscurity. You hardly see him. It's always something wrapped around this and that. He was at the top of the he was eating off the top of the Mount Rushmore and he just fell off. And never seen that type of fall off in the history of cultural sports. He fell off.
I do like that.
You do like what?
How you just like that?
Yeah, I do stuff like that.
I told you I learn. I get wisdom.
Bruh.
All right. I don't know if this is in your top 5. And if it is, we can just go to your top 5. Biggest rapper of all time.
Greatest rapper of all time. That's a real tough one because, that's layered. You know what I mean? And the older we get, the more people fall off that list. You ever notice that? Remember there was a time that Eminem was on that list for about 5 or 6 years and he just is nowhere to be found right now. Says me. I think he might still make the top 10. He might crack the top 10, but at the same time, he used to be at the top. He was the very top of the pyramid on some people's list for about 5, 6, maybe even more years than that. Do you agree or do you not?
I totally agree. I just don't think he's falling off though. Because we're saying greatest of all time. Like at some point, everything stops for a person. Like Jordan doesn't play anymore.
I think
and we don't know he's the greatest.
I think Kanye West is actually
Serena doesn't play anymore.
I think Kanye West actually surpassed Eminem. And Kanye is not the best. So I'm not saying that. But you do have people, you got to look at, now you have the businessman and Jay-Z. I'm not saying.
All right, so let me rephrase that. The greatest lyricist.
Well, shut.
And
that's still not. It's still not him. But Big Daddy Kane, you have a few others. I like Big Daddy Kane. My list is a little different. It's not even for the show's consumption. I like Ghostface Killer and people like that. I like Mos Def, people who don't even get mentioned in the top 10. Mos Def is ill. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, there's a few people here and there. But that's a tough one. But if you go for the favorite, you got Biggie is always at the top.
I say favorite. I say greatest.
Yeah.
Greatest.
Greatest. Biggie's a great lyricist. I mean, some of those things that he put together gave people who ain't have a shot hope.
See,
I stayed Coogee down to the side. Rings and watch filled with rocks. Come on, man. Biggie did it.
Again, I'm not saying he was not great. Said greatest.
Yeah. Now, and the thing about hip hop, unlike the basketball, you could pop around. All of the criteria, they pop to different people. Cultural icon, that's every day, all day, Tupac Shakur. But you got the other thing who dominated in their time. That was one who dominated. And 20 years being on top. Until that one bad episode of CSI Miami. I don't know. What show was that on? Queen Latifah took herself off the list with that equalizer. I'm like, you're supposed to be doing what? With who?
So I'm just good. Since you didn't really want to name one, you named like 5 all happen to be from New York.
What are you?
So I think that
Andre 3000?
That's what's wrong.
He could be on the list, but he's not on one. Let's stop it.
So my greatest. There's a 1B, but I'm gonna just go get my greatest. Jay-Z, and I think when you look at lyrics,
maybe
like lyrics. I'm talking about lyrics. I'm talking about you just stand and grab a mic and flow. I'm talking about the pure art. Like I think the greatest.
I can't debate that. Jay-Z is considered, but some people will say Nas is better lyrically. But I feel like Nas body.
So when I say Nas is
okay, that was your next. So that was a good one. What's a good one? That was a good one.
You got the top 5.
Oh, yeah. Are you ready for it, brother?
I am ready for the top 5.
Come grab mine.
One of us is always.
Yeah,
younger brother.
You know what? I'm going to get mine. This is the young versus the old. This is new school versus.
Wait, you need to change the glasses?
Yeah. Let's see here.
All right. This is Rudy Rush's top 5.
Yes.
Man. So everybody knows when I'm on stage, a lot of times, like I'm in a FUBU suit, and this is a shout out to FUBU suits. FUBU suits is representing this top 5.
Okay. So listen, today I got y'all hooked up. We talked about all of these GOATs. Of course, you know my top 5 is top line. Top 5 GOAT debates of all time. All right. Now, this used to get more clicks if there were clicks back then. Michael Jackson and Prince.
Absolutely.
That was a huge GOAT debate. And we can just debate that real quick. I honestly feel like Michael Jackson was bigger than Prince, but Prince definitely held it down and was a cultural icon. But man, the life, the legend, the myth, all of that stuff, being a child prodigy and all that stuff, Michael Jackson was just way too much not to be a GOAT compared to Prince. Prince did his thing. He gave Mike a chance for people to think of Mike as not the GOAT. That's the greatest accomplishment, that Prince made you think that Mike could be surpassed, and he couldn't. There you go. Stop breathing. Yeah, well, you check the lines earlier. Number two, you're gonna like this one because this guy is really into his history. GOAT debate. Who is better, Malcolm X or Martin Luther King? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to be exact. That was always a debate because they both were striving for similar things with different styles. One by any means necessary, the other one peacefully and, kumbaya. But who's the better?
So we can't say better.
Well, who's the GOAT?
Who's the GOAT?
Out of those two, you gotta pick one.
I didn't pick the first one.
Oh, well, I'll pick the first one.
Oh, so I
thought you agreed on the first one. You was gonna say Prince was on there free.
I was getting
because I butt cut out. Oh, man, shut up.
No, I was just thinking because I've had this conversation a lot, and Prince is much more than people know. Right. Shout out to Marlo Campbell. I got you because Marlo and I debated this, and he's Prince all day long, and he gives me all the facts. But I can't unsee the things I saw with MJ, bro. Like when you introduce a whole new form of dance moves. Okay, so we did it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I was working with Sourabh.
You were at Motown 25?
No, I was working with Sourabh. Okay. She said the funniest thing about Michael Jackson, which was absolutely true. She said Michael Jackson is the only man that can come out and stand on stage for 5 to 10 minutes straight, and people will just lose their mind while he just stands there.
Doesn't it work?
Anybody else? He on drugs.
Jamie Foxx said in one of his stand-ups, you used to pay back in the 80s $500 for a ticket to a Michael Jackson concert, and that was your rent money. You
bargained it all up from Michael Jackson. So now we've talked about Martin and Malcolm, and I need a little quick,
Yeah, my answer, I'll be quick because I know it's your top 5. I don't want to dominate. But that's not to say Malcolm was not important.
No, they're both equally important.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
we got Lost James. We got the Bill Pass.
Yeah, and you got a whole street.
And everybody the street in America.
I might want to come back to this one because this one I had a fight at a party with a bunch of women about this one. They didn't like my answer.
The best stripper?
Nah, I'm going to come back to it. Okay, I'm going to skip 3 and go to 4. Uncle Phil and Carl Winslow debate. Who is the best TV dad?
Man, I don't know. Shout out to my cousin, Torrance Jackson, to my grandfather. If you know, you know. But everybody wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something.
So I'm going to be Uncle Phil?
Yeah.
I did Uncle Phil.
I'm going.
No, I'm going to go Uncle Phil, too. I like Carl, but he used to, he used to be a little goofy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not respectable. Yeah, Uncle Phil ain't play that. So, now, listen. This is for the hood, because here on this show, we try to take care of everybody.
Yep.
So, the number 5 debate, Hennessy or Crown Royal?
Oh, that's not even a debate.
No.
Crown Royal got to give you a bag, bro. Sorry, I forgot one of the Crown Royal bag. Like, if you go in the bedroom, nightstand right now, as a matter of fact,
you probably have a sweater made out of Crown Royal bags.
Don't judge me. I'm a key. I'm just saying right now, I know 5,000 people watching this episode got Crown Royal bags. Own them. Not know where they're at. Got them. Own them. Hey, Crown Royal for the win. No, it's not even a debate.
No, you know what? It is, but I feel you. Crown Royal is winning. Hennessy in the hood is definitely all good. There's a lot of Hennessy. All right, and this is the number 3, which I had to wait to the last, and I got into some beef with it. But Beyoncé and Diana Ross, who is the GOAT out of those two? Because those are the mirror careers they both share, in which I feel Diana Ross is the best because I feel Beyonce copied everything that she did. Everything. That was the blueprint for her was Diana Ross. And Diana Ross was a better actor, actress, and so many other things. But what do you think? Beyonce or Diana Ross?
I remember we were here recording a couple of weeks ago, and somebody sitting to my immediate right said they swore if they had one do-over in life, it would have been to tell Beyonce, hey, I'm right here.
Well,
So if that is the case, the answer is Beyonce because you just messed up. If anything were to ever happen with Hov and Beyonce, you just messed up. You can't even go back in time now. So I'm
saying this so she can get my attention. I'm saying this so I can get her Beyonce can come back to me. Oh, no. Beyonce is fantastic. But Diana Ross was a storm. She was a yes.
If you can debate, I like those. I like all of those debates because they're debatable.
Thank you.
Except Hennessy and Crown Royal. If you listen in Crown Royal, we could argue.
Who is that? That's somebody who graduated from high school. Ortiz and Shay.
Shay, sure.
Oh man, listen, this is when you partner with somebody who got too many sponsors they don't tell you about. We know these little hidden checks. Ain't nobody supporting that shit or shop.
Well, y'all can't see what's over there. Sample bottles on that over there.
I'm the set I don't drink any.
Yeah, but if you were to say that versus Crown, we could have a Crown. Everybody's got Crown over there. I'll go buy a bottle of Crown and pour it down the drain just for the comfort.
Okay, well now we really got to get to your list now because you really tripping. You must have a sip more.
No.
So okay, here we go. Mount Rushmore time. What we got, Kat?
So we talking a lot about music today.
Yeah.
And man, I've really been waiting for this because I have this debate in my head weekly. The Mount Rushmore of music lines, of song lines. Like not the whole song.
Yeah.
Not a whole bar.
Fine. I'm with you. That's
the Mount Rushmore.
I'm with that. Because I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, that's like, come on.
Like, not just tell you what it is sometimes.
Yeah, I like that one. Because I got one. If you allow me to get one in, but I'm going to let you do yours. I'm not going to
just element at some point. Yeah. I would just like to have my own Mount Rushmore. Like, I don't have a top 5. I barely do anymore. I can't talk about my favorite drink.
Do you read the comments from my show?
I do.
Rudy makes the Mount Rushmore.
Nobody said that one.
I told her the but yeah, I saw that. This is yours. This is all yours. I'm not going to intervene.
I love y'all. All right. Mount Rushmore of music lines.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with my first. SWV week. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing. But you know how that makes you feel.
Okay.
Whatever it is that you
do. Okay. That's a good one. I like that one. Keep coming. We got 3 more.
Oh, I got 3 more. If you think you're lonely back.
Yeah, that's so that should be.
Wait until tonight.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Sorry, some of these lines take you places. You just gave me one that was on my list, and I was almost going to tell you to be quiet.
What's that?
Heartthrob never. Black ugly as ever. However,
they do down to the sides. All right, baby. That's a good one. That's a very memorable one.
And then number 4, and I know I'm leaving a lot off, and I know you're going to have one. And this one isn't a lie. This is a whole takeover.
Okay.
Busta Rhymes' Heart and Look at Me Now. Because it's all one breath, so it is all one line to me.
Yes.
But that is what I'm listening to when I walk out on stage in my head.
Yeah.
When it's time for me to close a big deal, I go and I'm banging on the east and I'm banging on the west side. I'll never get more because I can never give you less. Like that is me. Let's go.
Nah. Yeah. That's
that is my Mount Rushmore. If I had 5, it was gonna be No Vaseline.
Wow. Yeah, you go here and deliver that. Wow. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. I'm with that. You know what I mean? I'm more the sensitive type, you know what I'm saying? Like you deal with a lot of violence and a lot of hit and yeah. Third Vaseline is very violent in so many ways. But no, I'm gonna hit my man who's the GOAT of all, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. I believe it's on the Off the Wall sound album. And basically, on the floor, there's nobody there but us. Girl, when you dance, there's a magic that must be love. He's saying to his lady, and fellas, you might want to do this. When it's a crowded party, you tell your lady out on the floor, there's nobody there but us. He said, it's just me.
What do you say?
Yeah.
What do you say?
You just see me, there's nobody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not ever let Rudy rest.
That's how women think. You be like, yo, boo, it's just me. Like, I'm talking to Doug Mike. And yo, it's just me and you out here. Ain't nobody out here but me and you, man. You know what I'm saying? You all I see. That's what Mike was telling his lady.
He was.
That was a dope line, bro.
It was.
Okay. And the other one I like, since we're doing it.
Oh, Angel.
Yeah, take over.
There you go.
Wanye, mama. Mama, booming mama. All right, y'all, let's get out of here, man.
This went,
I'm not a music guy.
you started great with the goats. We know that you were not the goat singer.
No, not
You were not the goat singer. Maybe not even the goat
Hey,
dancer.
big dap on the Bobby Womack, though.
That was
tough. You couldn't put that on there twice.
thought about it too.
Yeah.
Because that was so
That going on.
the whole mouth.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. And there were a lot of songs. I mean, there were a lot of lines and a lot of songs. I had some internal debates because I could have made a list of nothing but Tank songs too. Like Tank got you.
Yeah, yeah. And
Tank.
Tank has some joints.
Tank got. Mechanism to get you out of here is this.
Yeah.
It's healthy to have these debates. One, just make sure that whatever it is you talk about dominated the air. Make sure that there was some cultural impact and make sure that there were big moments. And if you can define that, then have a healthy debate, have a healthy argument, because as long as you can defend, as long as you can explain, and as long as you have facts, you could be right. So MJ is the deal. As always, thank you for being here on the Punchline. If you like it, let us know. You got a topic you want us to talk about? Let us know.
Yeah.
Get us on here.
Hey, listen, see y'all next time. And you can see the go at Rudy Rush and check out this guy watching my page. Big Hunter. I need some of his. Share, brother, share.
What up? Shout out. See you all later.
That's the power and the punchline. If this episode hit, do me a favor, rate it, review it, subscribe. That's how we keep these conversations coming. Power moves the room. The punchline makes it stick. I'm Rudy Rush. See you next time.